It wasn't myth, it was a cycle, and now it's coming full circle. It all began with a premise, a forbidden question: why do ancient Egyptian king lists, dismissed as mythology, speak of reigns lasting thousands, even tens of thousands of years? Ra, Osiris, Thoth, Horus. And then something stranger. The followers of Horus. Mainstream history shrugs. Just symbolism. Just poetry. But isn't that exactly what they'd say if they didn't want you to look deeper? Because when I looked, I found the same impossible pattern, echoing across civilizations. Not poetry, memory. A memory from a time when time itself was different, longer, slower, gentler. And then it hit me. The gods didn't live longer because they were immortal. They lived longer because they were at the beginning of the planet's cycle. We live inside a fractal. A fractal doesn't just repeat, it accelerates. Each cycle tighter, denser, faster. At first, gods ruled for millennia. Lineages of demigods, pharaohs, emperors, kings, presidents, until influencers. And now, us. A cycle barely 70 years long, every cycle collapsing faster than the last. What happens when there's no space left to collapse into? Have you noticed? Everything is shrinking. Wars collapse into weeks, governments into days, news into minutes, trends into seconds, thoughts, micro moments. We are racing to the fractal's edge, and when that edge arrives, the pattern can't hold. A few nights ago, I dreamed of it. A figure I couldn't face directly, like an eclipse, wrapped in static. It showed me a spiral. Each turn faster, each turn tighter, and it branded me with words seared into my mind. It wasn't you aging, it was the cycle collapsing. You didn't live briefly, you lived an entire compressed fractal. The reset is coming. Since then, I can't sleep. Because every time I close my eyes, I feel the spiral pulling closer, a final compression, a signal, an echo from before we were human. Some call it coincidence, but the numbers repeat: 3, 6, 9. Tesla called them the key to the universe, and now they pulse at the heart of the collapse. What if mythology isn't story, but warning? What if the pyramids, the chants, the symbols, were alarms left behind by those who lived the last cycle? What if your body, your life, your mind, is just the final cell of an ancient organism, disintegrating, so the next cycle can begin? I don't know how much time I have left. I don't know how much time you do. But if these words reached you, it's because the pattern chose you. And when the reset arrives, when the planet turns, you'll remember. Because it was never myth. It was always a warning. The fractal is unfolding, and you are standing at the very last fold.
This is the fractal signal.
The final warning. The final echo. And then, nothing. Or perhaps, not nothing at all.